Before I start my day, I first want to have some pure, uplifting thoughts for myself. I remember that I am much more than just this physical image that I see when looking in the mirror. When I connect with my true self, I am connecting with my spiritual identity, the inner being of light, not the bodily one. I, the being, I am self-aware, and my innate qualities are of purity, peace, love, bliss, and strength. I, the true self, am a being of goodness. I am innately good. Having these essence-full thoughts about my true self, I feel empowered. I feel content. I feel full. I feel complete. There is nothing I need. I am peaceful. I am happy. Looking through my eyes at the world around me, I wish that every soul, every person can have those same feelings. In this state of inner fullness and completeness, I have the power to accept everyone as they are and everything as it is. There is no need to judge or put labels of good or bad, right or wrong on anyone or anything. Everyone has the right to be, to feel, and to express what is true for them. There is a sense of harmony among all of us, even though we have different opinions. In this state of fullness, the questions of why, what, how, when just finish. They become irrelevant because there is respect, there is love, there is unity and harmony. In this state of spiritual empowerment, I gradually shift my focus to prepare myself for possible interactions and meetings with my coworkers, the supervisor, or manager that are scheduled within the day. I wish to respond at each of them from this place of empowerment. I wish to experience myself to be in this peaceful and respectful state of self-awareness. I prepare myself spiritually and mentally as I choose not to be pulled into reacting or insisting in what or who is right or wrong. I wish to stay true to who I am under all circumstances. As I enter the building, I see many faces who are cheerful and some that are listening intensely by the look of their face. I contemplate if the cheerful face is the one who is letting the other know that they are right. Why are not all faces cheerful? As I walk through the hall, I hear pieces of an argument. Quote, "This is the way it is. I want it to be done this way. I am here longer than you, and I know how things are done here." End quote. I can hear the ego speak. It is the ego that needs to be right. This means that the other one is wrong. I ask myself, why is the other wrong and the domineer correct? Why not move to the field beyond right and wrong? There, we have respect for each other. We acknowledge each one's individuality, accept each other's differences. Everyone is right in his or her own way. If there is value for the self and others, there is willingness to look for possibilities and choose cooperation instead of comparison and competition. Having respect for each other's views on any subject, we can work in harmony. Life is not about who is right or wrong, but how much we can contribute to a task and grow together. I leave the two co-workers and walk further down the hall approaching my office. My boss calls me in. He is telling me without much explanation that my choice in how to move the project forward is flawed. I listen as a detached observer, and he sees that I am in full cooperation to ensure that he is correct. He hands over the list of changes that conflict with my work. I finally go to the office. After some time, I received a call from my boss, and he said that an emergency assignment came about. He would like my initial planning to be implemented for the project. Just as he hung up, I tell myself, wow, I was right. Therefore, my boss was wrong. Thanks to my spiritual practice of being a detached observer, I caught the ego's influence on me. I noted that right or wrong is not important. What is important is to give respect. Give respect instead of getting angry or proving yourself to be right. Truth reveals itself. I started on the project and finished quickly. I set the project in motion with the least amount of time. It is now the end of the day. My boss calls me into his office. He said for me to sit down and that he would like to have a heart-to-heart talk. He told me that he was wrong, almost losing a project, but my planning, when presented to the client, quickly we won them over. He thanked me. He was surprised that I did not argue with him or insult his flawed plan. What followed was a promotion. What would have happened if I told my boss that I was right and he was wrong? Would I have had this heartfelt conversation with my boss in which he noted his own flaws to improve himself? Would I have been offered a high position? The ego can make us lose so much in opportunities and relationships. Sometimes, if we insist to be right, we actually end up being wrong. Why be entangled in wasteful emotions of right and wrong and spoil relationships? Next time, when right and wrong appear in the picture, ask yourself, if it is worth to be right, how being right will benefit you. What choices will you make to build harmony? Everyone has the right to be different. We must not fear each other's opinions or envy each other, but have self-value and exercise self-respect. Then all can be right, and we can come together as a harmonious community. Om Shanti.